I finally saw The Revenant. Now, what do I think? I finally saw The Revenant. Now, what do I think about it? There were some people actually that a little surprised me, said that the movie is, not quite as good as everybody makes it out to be, saying that it's, pretty dull, it's not as memorable, it's a one-time watcher type of film. But I don't know. After watching it for the first time, I watched it a couple weeks ago, which I would have recorded my thoughts after it sooner, but I was sick, so wasn't fully able to. But The Revenant, like I was actually expecting to not enjoy it that much because all I knew about it was there's that bear fighting scene essentially. But watching the full movie, it is very slow pace, which a lot of people don't really like that about it. They think that it could have, picked up the pace a bit, cut out like a half an hour of the movie or something. But I don't know. So starting with the beginning, from what I remember, they're just trying to hunt, gather some food, and they get attacked by a whole bunch of Indians. They're on they're on their land, I think. Like they're on part of their land, hunting and gathering pelts. And the way that they film it was really nice, of course. I'm sure this has been praised a whole bunch. It's, one shot type of thing. There's not a bunch of cuts in the scene, which added a different effect to it than I'm used to. Like it wasn't the camera's not shaking all around and it's not cutting around a whole bunch, which is what we're used to seeing, which can sometimes be fine. But I like the effect of you're hearing everybody screaming and people running by the camera and running around, and you just hear people getting killed off screen as you're trying to follow certain characters walking through. And yeah, I feel like that had a good effect to it as they're trying to retreat to their boat and whatnot. And they're in like a very fucked up situation. They're trying to gather these pelts to make some money, to make a living, but it's extremely dangerous and they can't just get more reinforcements all the time. Like they're going to be attacked anyway. It's a troublesome thing. And so they got to ditch the pelts or they got to keep on going. It is pretty tough. And these guys got to be tough to be out in this environment, and it's about to get even colder than what it already was when it started. So winter is coming, kind of thing. And at some point here, our buddy Leonardo DiCaprio gets attacked by a bear, of course, and he gets the shit ripped out of him. He is barely able to take down this bear, and then it lands on him as well. It's dead body, which at first I was like, "Ooh, that's like horrible luck." But Black Angus pointed out that in a way, like he's losing a lot of blood. He's bleeding a bunch, and it's super cold. So like having the bear kind of land on him is probably preventing a lot of the blood from leaking out faster a little bit, some of that pressure, and keeping his body a little bit warm after just losing a lot of blood too, keep your body warm. Like there's some things there that work. And the people that are with him are basically like, yeah, dude, you are toast. You're dead. Good on you for taking down the bear at the same time, but you're not going to last. But nope, they agree to try to carry him to where they're trying to get to. They're trying to get to a fort, and they're carrying him on a little stretcher thing, and it is difficult. The terrain makes it extremely difficult for them to keep on carrying him around, and so they leave him with his son and two other guys, and they're trying to get ahead of the party, and they're leaving them behind to look after him while they go and deal with their stuff. And the guy that's there, he does not want to die. He thinks this is just kind of a waste of time, that it's not good for him to be dragging the rest of the party down essentially. And he's just like, blink if you want me to kill you, essentially. And it's like, oh fuck, that is fucked up, man. And so because he can't really speak much. He got clipped in the throat pretty good, and so he can't speak very well. And he's like, all he can do is blink. And he ends up trying to kill him, but then his son intervenes, and it's just like, dude, this is pretty freaking good here. Like, the bear fight scene was neat, but it's really like watching Leonardo DiCaprio after all this, watching his character survive that and survive this. He gets buried alive essentially, and is just left there. And as the guy goes, he watched this guy kill his son, and there's nothing he can do about it. He watched this guy kill his son, and there's nothing he can do about it. And it's just like, fuck, dude, that sucks. That sucks. And then he's, all he's got for motivation is revenge on this guy. He's going to kill the guy that killed his son. He's not even as pissed that he was left for dead himself, but the guy killed his son. So he's got to survive so that he can kill this mofo. And like I love the slow pace of this, watching his very long journey to recovery, because I feel like in other movies they would have just kind of skipped over him healing up and all these things he had to go through, and then it's, oh, I'm gonna get my revenge now. And I really enjoy seeing this longer process and all these things he's got to deal with. He's trying to avoid getting killed by the Indians as well, and keeping him off the trail. And there's other animals to probably hunt too. And it's just like, dude, he's got so many wounds and he's so fucked and it's cold. And then he gets wet when he's trying to run away from them. And it's like, man, like things are getting heavier. Like it's an intense situation, it seems. And he's just not really getting that many breaks, not that much time to, fully recover. But he ends up, doing a pretty good recovery later. And they end up having a big old fight with him and the guy that tried to leave him for dead. And it's done very slowly. It's done without much music to it or anything. It's pretty chill. It's just like watching these guys fight isn't really enjoyable because it's like, ow, this is it's kind of fun. The music is not supporting. It's not going dun 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 dun. It's just, you're quietly watching these guys fight. And I don't know, there's something about the way that's done that makes it more interesting, in that, the music's not telling me how we should be feeling. Like, oh, isn't this badass and cool? It's like, no, this kind of sucks. And yeah, and then he could kill him, but he chooses to just kind of let him drift in the river, across the river to the Indians that end up scalping him and killing him. And so it's like, oh fuck, all right, okay. Damn. But yeah, this was a good movie. I liked it. It's not one. I do agree that I don't know how many times I'll ever watch this in the future. I saw it once and I feel pretty satisfied with it, but I enjoyed the slow pace, and I think that it was necessary to have the full effect that the film is trying to give you here, with him recovering and going back to the other guy and whatnot. This is done pretty well. So I can see why. I think this was the one that he finally got a reward for, right? Or whatever, he won something. Good on you, DiCaprio. Good on you. The Revenant gets my seal of approval. I'll see you guys later.